So Laura Ingraham is someone who can connect the dots, and we have some dots that connect here.
Hello.
Laura, just a coincidence the wife you left in Quetta ended up leaving the day you bombed New York?
No, I can't imagine it is a coincidence. And it reminds me, guys, of the Omar Mateen wife who had been tracked by authorities and surveilled by authorities down in Orlando. And then we never hear anything about her. You know, she drove Mateen to that Orlando club.
Yep.
He carnage and everything that happened there. And then we hear she's being surveilled. Then we just don't hear anything else about it. So all of this is so disconcerting on so many levels. But the one thing we know is that we are not able, apparently, to stop these homegrown terrorists from wreaking havoc upon our society. We are not able to do it, let's admit it. And we can find them after they commit these horrible acts. But we're gonna drop in another 100,000 people whose background we can't really verify. This is just madness.
And our lack of action caused this refugee crisis. And now the president's acting like he's got the big heart to accept everyone. Well, if he acted on when his red line was violated, we might have a totally different story.
Well, again, this is Trump's point, and it's been his point all along. We have no credibility right now on the world stage. That's why China is mocking us. That's why countries like the Philippines feel like they're within their right to insult us. And our substantive policy has been a chaotic force in the Middle East. We have helped destabilize that region, and chaos as a result across the Middle East, spilling into Europe as now Angela Merkel is feeling the heat from all her stupid refugee decisions, and now coming into the United States. I mean, it's been a domino effect. It's been a domino effect of incompetence and backseat foreign policy. And I think the American people are starting to get really fed up about all of this.
Well, the American people will have a choice in a matter of a month and a half. Hillary Clinton is saying, vote for me if you want the same, and if you like the experience that I bring to that position. And then Donald Trump says immigration security is national security.
Well, I think Trump is absolutely right. Whether it's our border to the south that's porous, or even our border to the north that's porous, or bringing people into the country who we can't possibly discern their backgrounds, this is a ticking time bomb for the United States. We've had a job security issue, wages still lower than they were in 1999. And now another variable in an already very chaotic domestic situation in this country, and more of the same. I mean, everyone can see what the same is. You know, Hillary yesterday on the tarmac guys in Westchester, she said, well, she's had experience sitting in the Situation Room and being part of the strategy to go after the terrorists. First of all, she wasn't in the Situation Room on the night of Benghazi. We don't really, I guess she was at home, or I don't know what she was doing. But is that really what we're going to vote for? You sat in the Situation Room. And what exactly happened after that?
Worked out so well. Laura, I'm going to play a soundbite from yesterday on this program. Donald Trump was on the channel twice yesterday talking about, given the problems we've got, perhaps we should do what Israel does, and they profiled. See if you can hear him say racial profiling, because somebody at CNN heard that, even though it doesn't exist. Here's the soundbite.
You know, in Israel, they profile. They've done an unbelievable job, as good as you can do.
Sure.
But Israel has done an unbelievable job, and they'll profile. They profile. They see somebody that's suspicious, they will profile. They will take that person in. They'll check out.
Okay, so they heard that, and they put this up. Trump defends racial profiling in wake of bombs. There's another full-screen shot that says Trump says racial profiling will stop terror. This is just a couple of days after CNN very handily heard Hillary Clinton refer to the New York and New Jersey bombings, but they trimmed her saying that so that they could attack him for calling it a bomb before he was notified by the authorities. What are they doing over at CNN?
Well, I think it's beyond dispute now that CNN is essentially operating as a Clinton super PAC. Every move they make, almost every move they make when it comes to editing sound bites or chyroning, that's the title at the bottom of the screen, is going to be geared toward assisting Mrs. Clinton. And nothing could have been more obvious yesterday than that effort to add a racial element. And why are they doing that? They're adding the racial element where Trump never brought it up because they know that Trump is starting to make headways in the minority community that can't be happy with what's happening to their economic picture or their safety or their schools. And they know he's making inroads. And so this is why they have to say, no, he's racist. He hates you. He's a terrible person. He's mean-spirited. This is all they have. They can't argue the substance. So CNN it's like a combination of Media Matters, MoveOn.org, and a Hillary super PAC all rolled into one. That's essentially what they're operating as.
All right, Laura, we want to show you a Facebook post from Kathleen Harrington, who is a Kennedy, Kathleen Townsend, Kennedy Harrington.
Yeah.
Right. This is a picture that she posted on her Facebook page with George Bush, 41. And she wrote, the caption is, "The president told me he's voting for Hillary." Well, we know, the establishment doesn't like Donald Trump. What do you think about this?
But all of a sudden, the Bush people come back and say, this to Jim McGrath says George W. Bush will vote will vote this year. It's not clear anyone was there to verify this. Still checking. Keep your powder dry.
Still checking.
And then later on, they said that basically he never committed to voting. He said he's always going to keep it secret.
Well, I don't know. Who knows what the case is? I mean, President Bush is well into his 90s. I mean, he's had some health issues. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. But one thing we do know is that on major issues involving trade and immigration, the pillars of the Trump campaign, the Bushes are much closer to the Clinton worldview than they are to the Trump and I think conservative working class American worldview. So that doesn't really surprise me. I had an old joke a couple of years ago, Clush 2016, what difference does it make involving Jeb and Hillary? Because just on a whole host of issues, they agree. So that wouldn't actually surprise me if they did vote for Hillary.
Even if he did say that, Laura, is that really her news to share?
Well,
That's
I think
Facebook,
that, again, they see this all. Guys, they see this all beginning to slip away over the next several weeks. The next 4 or 5 weeks, we're going to see this campaign and the efforts to I think resuscitate a sagging Hillary campaign. We're going to see the most incredible assertions made. We're going to see, the race issue come to the fore. It's going to be blindingly obvious how desperate they are to hold on to power, and it looks like it's slipping away, and they're going to get more desperate. I think this might be another example of that.
Sure, all the battleground states now are tied. All right, Laura, thank you very much. We know you got to go do your radio show and edit Life Set, so have a wonderful Tuesday.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right.